Trump is officially president, and he's going to start his presidency strong when it comes to his mass deportation plan. So who should actually be concerned? Well, he has vowed to deport every undocumented immigrant in the United States, which would be about 11 million undocumented people, but that's not really realistic. So who can he realistically deport? Maybe about 1.5 million of them. There are currently about 1.5 million undocumented immigrants living in the United States with an open removal order. What do I mean by that? They have already had their day in court, and a judge has told them that they have to go, meaning that they can't fight it. They've already exhausted their appeals. They know that they need to leave. Next up would be anybody who has been arrested or convicted of a deportable crime. That means that not all crimes actually make you deportable. A lot of misdemeanors are not an issue when it comes to being deported from the United States. And last but not least, people who are currently under ICE jurisdiction. What do I mean by that? It means that you are under their radar, either because you entered the country within the last year, you were not in legal status, meaning you are undocumented, you're not on TPS, a visa, etc. You're not even in the asylum process, or you're within 100 miles of the border. Remember, there's different laws when it applies to you if you're undocumented within 100 miles of the U.S.-Mexican or U.S.-Canadian border, or you are currently being detained. So if you're in ICE detention center, you could still apply for legal process while being detained. You could still be released on bond, but you are subject to order of removal when you're under their radar. Now, you may have an open removal order and you're not even aware of it. This is more common than you think. This is when it comes to people coming to the border with their family. They either entered illegally or they were detained and then immediately put in removal proceedings. This happens a lot when you pass a credible fear interview, telling the border patrol officer that's interviewing you that you are currently planning on applying for asylum, and then they put you in removal proceedings and you either didn't go to your hearing at all or you lost. This happened to a lot of families a long time ago. Families were deported together, so they were given removal orders together. Now what happened later on is Obama created DACA. So he protected certain individuals called dreamers, basically from deportation. These people will not be actively removed while they have DACA. But as long as you have a standing removal order, you will be ineligible to apply for a green card because of jurisdictional issues. So if you do have a removal order, I definitely recommend that you deal with it, consult with an immigration attorney, and try to get it dismissed before applying for a green card. If you aren't aware as to whether you have a removal order or not, there's actually a way that you can check online. It's called asis.eyr, which is a website and basically a portal where you can check if you have a case at all. Now, I'm going to put it on the screen, but basically you can go to this website, you can put your 9-digit alien number into the website, and you can actually check the status of your removal order. If you have a removal case, meaning someone is actively trying to deport you and you don't know about your court date, if you have one, if you missed one, what location and time it is, it'll all be listed there for you. Now, as for everybody else, you can take a deep breath. Trump does not have the manpower or money or resources to realistically deport 11 million other undocumented immigrants currently living in the United States, and I don't even think that he realistically wants to. Now, will he try to scare you? Maybe, but it would be a good opportunity for you to obtain legal status if you can. So definitely consult with an immigration attorney because there's so many different ways that you could obtain status that are just out there and not common knowledge. So make sure to consult with an immigration attorney as soon as you can.